Hello everyone, my name is Gus.
Hi, I'm Woody.
Today we have an interesting video. It was a recommendation for us. Apparently someone who went diving and ran into some issues.
Okay.
There's seems to be blood all over the place, so let's find out what happened.
Like a barotrauma? Exploded his face? Let's see.
Let's see.
Help. Now this is where things take a turn for the worse. We have never been here before, so I am doing a test dive. This is actually my first test dive in Blackwater. Right here is how Blackwater gets its name. As
I already have a
if I
comment.
turned off the flashlight, I would be
Let's see what happens.
After only
he
being
alone?
in the water for 3 minutes, I noticed
That's my
something was
comment.
wrong when I started losing vision in
not
my
do that.
left eye. I tried to clear my mask to see if that would fix it, but unfortunately it did not. Just as I thought it couldn't get any worse, I started to lose vision in my right eye, and at this point I'm freaking out. I cannot see anything underwater. I'm trying not to pass my bubbles. I cannot see anything out of my mask, and I'm just trying to get to the surface as fastly and as safely as I can. Once I got up to the surface, I immediately filled up my BC and took off my mask, and let me tell you how much of a relief it was once I took off my mask that I could actually see.
Well,
Something's wrong. I'm bleeding like a mother.
What?
My whole mask just filled with blood. I just saw red.
wow. So he had actually, I've seen that happen a lot, and it's actually not that serious. People, there's membranes. These little membranes, and they can bleed a little. It happens a lot in the tri-scubas for the first time people go down.
Yeah.
Now, it seems traumatic to them. They're like, oh my God, it's just a little membrane blood coming out of the nose. But I've actually, myself, on a rebreather, had one eye in particular black out. In fact, it was glued shut.
How?
Yeah, what happens is when you're on a rebreather, it's not really that enjoyable to clear your mask, right? You know, it changes your
buoyancy,
loop volume, it changes your PO2.
Right.
I blew so much snot
Oh God. Okay.
into my mask that it glued my eye shut. So I was like, all right, I know I just unloaded all snot in my butt. Well, no, it's just technical. And I could not open my eye. Right? I'm like, oh, man. So when you're in a cave and you're in a tight spot, right, I'm like, this is going to not be great. But I finally did it, and just massive snot. Had to get it all out of my eye, clean my eye out, and then I could slowly open my eye again. That's my technical analysis.
Yeah, it's tough for you to take the mask off because of all the hair gets involved. You know, it's hard.
Between that and my eye was glued shut with, it's happened a few times where I've had my eye glued shut from the snot thing.
But you are right. There's some kind of membrane. I don't know. Yeah. Once again, I'm going to mention it again because I feel like people get confused. I'm not a doctor.
I also get confused. I forgot that you're not.
Yeah, there's a membrane of some kind because I remember diving. I think it was during our first meetup in Florida that we went diving, and I felt like this pressure, like on the side of my face. I feel like all my teeth were going to fall off. It was like this pressure, and I'm like, well, if he dies, he dies. Like, I'm just going to keep diving, and we'll see what happens. And at some point, something popped, and I came on the boat, and everywhere. It's just everywhere. And I went for dive number 2 and I was fine. But the pressure wasn't there. But I felt like that pressure I couldn't equalize. I don't know what was happening.
Yeah, no, not a good feeling. I don't love this guy diving alone. And did he call this Blackwater? Blackwater diving? Because Blackwater diving, I like it. I've done it a few times.
It's something else.
South Florida, it's very big. You hang under a boat. Yeah. You're literally on a line. Imagine
before you get too deep into that, I lined up another video about Blackwater because I wanted to talk about this because he said he doubled down, right? So if he said I went Blackwater diving, I would have said, well, he made a mistake. He misspoke or whatever.
It's dark water with not good visibility.
Right. That's just low limited visibility diving, I would say. Yeah. Because then he said this, by the way, just in case you were curious, this is how Blackwater gets its name. No, Blackwater diving is something completely different, but let's take a look at what it is and then we'll react to that.
Yeah.
Blackwater diving is a specialized type of scuba diving that involves descending into the open ocean at night to observe and photograph the fascinating and often elusive creatures that inhabit the depths.
Exactly.
The term Blackwater refers to the deep, dark waters of the open ocean, far from coastal areas and any sources of light pollution. During a Blackwater dive, divers are typically tethered to a surface buoy with a
Exactly.
You
line,
said.
which helps them maintain their position and ascend safely. They then drift with the currents while shining powerful lights into
Or
the
with a
water
boat.
to attract and illuminate the marine life. The lights draw plankton, tiny organisms, and larvae, which in turn attract a variety of fascinating and often bizarre creatures.
What is that?
Blackwater
It's-
diving allows divers
You
to
know what they
encounter
are.
a wide range of marine species that are rarely seen during daylight dives. These can include deep-sea creatures such as jellyfish, bioluminescent organisms, larval forms of various marine
What
animals,
is that?
octopuses, squid, and other unique and
that's great.
unusual organisms.
They're awesome.
The experience can be both awe-inspiring and surreal as you witness the diverse and alien-like inhabitants of the ocean's
Which
depths. It's important to note
it is.
that Blackwater diving requires specialized training and experience due to the challenges associated
Yeah,
with
like
night
70,
diving,
80 bucks.
drifting
and
currents,
They'll take you.
and the potential
That's
for
all the
encountering
experience.
deep-sea creatures. It is typically undertaken by experienced divers who have completed advanced
Dive
open
6.
water or specialty courses in night diving.
6 dives in.
Safety precautions,
Yeah.
such as proper equipment, thorough briefing, and diving in groups,
Or American
are crucial
Express.
when engaging in this type of diving. Blackwater diving is special for several reasons. Here are a few key aspects that make it a unique and fascinating experience.
You know what I love about this?
Unique marine life.
It's like this guy reminds me of when
Blackwater
I learned
diving
how to use
offers an
PowerPoint.
opportunity to encounter
Every
a vast
slide is
array
like a
of
sound
unusual
effect.
and rarely seen marine creatures.
Yeah.
During the dive, you descend into the open ocean at night, where you encounter the creatures that rise from the depths to feed. These organisms include bizarre and mesmerizing creatures such as jellyfish, plankton, larval forms of various marine species, and bioluminescent organisms. It's a chance to witness the incredible diversity of life that exists in the ocean.
Where's the?
Thrilling adventure. Blackwater dives are usually conducted in deep open water, away from the coast. This adds an adventurous element to the experience, as you descend into the dark depths and witness the mysterious creatures of the deep. The thrill of exploring the
They're like at
unknown
20
and
feet, by the
encountering
way. Yeah,
bizarre marine
you're
life
not
creates a unique sense of excitement
30,
and awe.
30 feet, something.
Overall,
meters.
Blackwater diving offers a remarkable opportunity to witness the mysterious and rarely seen marine life that emerges from the depths at night. It's a unique adventure that combines the thrill of exploration,
It is
the
cool.
beauty of the ocean.
Beautiful.
I love it. I've done it in a few places. South Florida, they do it every night. So
Yeah,
the
they do it in
experience thing is
Cozumel.
like, wow, I don't know. I have this card. They're like, and the card is not my
Ding.
cert card. They're
Yeah.
like, yeah, that has a chip in it. They're
It's a
like,
Visa,
that-
MasterCard.
That's perfect. That's the experience we
Yeah.
were looking for.
That's all they can look at that. Yeah, way more chances to see an octopus at night, by the way. Way, way bigger.
It is so cool to see how much is under there. We turn our lights off a lot while we just put it against ourselves because you could see these things like blinking, blinking, blinking.
Yeah. Anyway,
Yeah,
you
it's-
get the point.
That's what I was about
That's
to
Blackwater.
describe when you said I happen to have a video. That's the only Blackwater diving that I've ever heard of. That term being used is for this.
Well, this is Blackwater. When people
Yeah,
say
I've
I
never-
went Blackwater diving, they don't say low vis. It's not cave diving. Is this? You go in the dark ocean, deep ocean.
Yes.
You're tied into a boat or drifting with the with the
Yep.
current.
I've always done it with the boat.
And it's
literally
pretty shallow. And I've seen boats that even do like a bar. They have like a long bar
Yep.
where everybody's at the same depth, like 30
Yep.
feet, whatever, 10 meters. They'll have this giant bar that they're dragging with the boat, and you're just hanging,
How
connected
cool
to
would
it.
that
You're
be
tethered
to-
to it and just chilling.
How cool would it be to just have the go on our little
Oh,
rebreather?
Beautiful.
You're talking about silent, and okay, we've been dangling, doing nothing for an hour and a half, 2 hours. No problem.
It's awesome. Blackwater is awesome. So there's a reaction. Hopefully you enjoyed it. There are some, questionable takes on some of these short videos. We reacted to some of those recently, and I'm going to leave it right here so you can check it out. Go Blackwater diving. You don't need to be an advanced Navy SEAL, Spec Ops tech diver, deep diver. Just have a credit card
If the credit card balance is available, you've
and go down.
qualified. Bye, everybody.